My name is Benjamin Alire Saenz. Many of you probably know me if you're listening to this. I've published many books of poems, and I've published three very fine books of poems with Cinco Puntos Press, and I'm joining with them today to read you some poems, perhaps maybe to uplift you. Although my poems don't tend to be very uplifting, but I'm going to give it my best shot because I picked some poems that I think uh, might fit that bracket. And I'm going to read first. I'm going to read from The Last Cigarette on Earth, and I'm going to read you a couple of poems from that. And one of the poems is entitled um, and it is a happy poem, and it's not a happy book, but it's about the book becomes a book of self-discovery. And I think moments like this, we do discover something about ourselves. In a moment of crisis, whether that crisis is personal or national, it affects us, and when as writers, we write about those moments. And this poem was written at the end of a personal crisis that I came out of, and I'm very grateful for. And it's like we're all fractured people, and we want to become more integrated in ourselves. And so it's called He, You, I. This August day, I rise to a morning rain, a summer song running through my head. I'd lost them once, the songs I'd love. I hadn't even noticed they were gone. They're back now. Theo gathered them and gave them back to me. He lives in the Bronx and knows everything there is to know about rain and lost songs. He knows about flowers and everything there is to know about the laughing heart. Some days the living is easy. The lost days, the forgotten hours, the ravaging nights have left for now. No one knows if they'll come back. There was nothing left for them to take. It was time for them to leave and time for me to wake. I've looked at me as if I wasn't me, and I became a him, and I became a you. I've lived my days and weeks in fragments, shards of mirrors. I shattered, not wanting to see my own reflection. Now I'm gathering the pieces like crumbs strewn on the road, hoping to find my way back to Jerusalem. I carry these memories. A man blocking the sidewalk in front of Jimmy's Market who's looking up at me. All I need is a quarter to get home. Tony is sitting on the sidewalk in front of the Mesa Inn, his head hanging low, his eyes so dead that all the sadness is gone. Carlos is standing in the distance, texting on his phone with his crooked finger as he carries this eternal question. I ache to hand him an answer, all the while knowing there is none. I cannot give what I do not have to give. Gustavo is dancing in the bar, his hips gyrating, hustling for attention. Nobody hustles for cash. Not Gustavo, not Tony, not me, not Carlos. Gustavo is beckoning, come be with me. He's dead now. The dying will never cease. I'm sitting across from where I used to live. The house is empty. The lights are off. Gatsby's green light of hope has been snuffed out. I am in a march in Juarez. As the surviving young around me, they are jumping up and down, singing, El que no brincas chota, el que no brincas chota. I am jumping with them. I am chanting with them. I am watching a Tanzanian boy holding a banana leaf over his head as the rain falls softly on the East African ground. If only his innocence could save me. I am 25 years old and discovering the world. I am walking into La Basílica de la Santa Cruz in El Valle de los Caídos and wondering how many of Franco's enemies perished building this monument of shame. I am in the Louvre standing in front of Géricault's Raft of the Medusa, tears running down my face. If only art could tame the cities of the world. I am knocking at the door of a homeless shelter for men in Kilburn and staring at the dark eyes of an Indian nun who wants to know if I have the wrong address. Marcel Marceau is walking across a London stage, his wordless art a strange condemnation. It is we who are the clowns. I'm standing in Trafalgar Square as the cold and endless rain comes pouring down. I am warming myself in Joni's eyes that are as blue as a desert sky, an umbrella, and her eyes. That is all I need. Somewhere there is always a summer. There was a dead man lying on the campus of the university, and I am staring down at his body. No one knows who he is and how he died. I am sitting in a wicker chair, smoking my last cigarette. How many quarters does it take to get home? Every day now, I drive 42 miles up and down the interstate. They are repairing all the bridges, and they are repairing all the roads. I have never been a good driver. I brake and swerve, but here I am driving. Here I am this morning, listening to songs. Here I am singing as if God had given me a good voice. I don't give a damn if I'm singing off key, I'm singing. No one can kill the song inside me, not even me. The clouds are feeding the hungry soil with rain. I could live forever in this tender hour. He is here with me. You are here with me. And here I am with me, all of us here